So good day to each and everyone. I am Alcima Tiali. So for today's discussions, I will going to discuss to you or identify to you what is Bloom Digital Taxonomy. So every activity corresponds to a specific level of Bloom's Digital Taxonomy according to the cognitive skills needed, ranging from recalling information, remembering, to producing something original or creating. So this taxonomy assists educators in crafting learning experiences that increasingly challenge students to enhance their thinking skills through technology. So Bloom's Digital Taxonomy builds upon the original Bloom's Taxonomy, aiming to support learning in digital contexts. It organizes learning tasks by the cognitive skills they engage, progressing from lower order thinking, remembering or understanding, to higher order thinking or analyzing, evaluating, or creating. So it explains here that Bloom's Digital Taxonomy is an enhanced framework that builds upon the original Bloom's Taxonomy to better suit today's digital learning environments. So it organizes learning activities according to the cognitive skills required, guiding educators in creating increasingly complex learning tasks that engage students' critical thinking abilities, all while employing technology. Okay, so the taxonomy is structured around the cognitive levels that move from lower order thinking skills to higher order thinking skills. So we have the remembering, understanding, applying, and analyzing, evaluating, creating, and creating. So these are the levels of cognitive skills. So for example of using Bloom's Digital Taxonomy, such as creating. Creating is part of the highest level. So the task here is students are assigned to work in a groups to create a digital storyboard for short animated film that addresses an issue they care about, integrating various media formats such as text, images, and sounds. So next is the cognitive skills. So this activity requires students to synthesize information from research, evaluate audience impact, collaborate with team members, and ultimately create a cohesive and innovative digital projects. So overall, through using Bloom's Digital Taxonomy, educators can scaffold learning experiences that not only enhance students' understanding but also equip them with skills necessary for a technology-driven world. And that's all for today's discussion. So the levels we're going to discuss by my co-members. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon to each and everyone. I am Piquinto AGR and I will be discuss the Bloom's Taxonomy outlines of 6 levels of cognitive learning, from remembering basic information to creating something new. With each level building upon the previous one, it helps educators use technology effectively to enhance students' learning. Okay, number 1. Remembering. This is the foundation. You can recall facts, definition, or dates. Think about quizzes where you need to remember what you've learned, or using online resource to find specific information. Now let's move on to number 2. In understanding, you can explain what you've learned. You can summarize a text or explain a concept to someone else through digital-like presentations or simulation can help you grasp the meaning of information. In number 3, applying, you can use what you've learned in a new way. You can solve a problem using software or conduct an experiment with digital tools. This is about using knowledge to solve problem or complete task. Number 4, analyzing. So, in analyzing, you can break down information into its parts and see how they relate. Think of using digital research tools to investigate a topic or using data analysis software to identify patterns. Number 5, in evaluating, you can make a judgment about something based on evidence. You can critique an argument, or assess reliability of a digital resource. This involves making informed decisions based on criteria. And lastly, the creating, which is the highest level. In here, you can put everything together to make something new, like a presentation on a blog post or a game. This requires synthesizing information and applying creative thinking. And that would be all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Ronaldine Navarro. I'm going to discuss the why each activity belongs to that Bloom levels. So I have activity 1 until activity 5. So I will discuss it step by step. So first, in activity 1, the student use an online quiz app to review vocabulary terms. So this is under level remembering in remembering. So because it involved recalling informations and retrieving fact from memory. The keywords of this is identity, recall, and list. Next, I'm going to discuss again the activity 2. So the student watch a video and summarize it using a digital note-taking tool. So it is under level understanding, under the level of understanding. So because students are interpreting content and summarizing it in their own words. So the keywords of this is summarize, explain, interpret. So this shows comprehension of ideas. So next is the activity 3. Student use a graphing tool to input climate data and generate a graph. It is under level applying. So students are using knowledge to complete a task in a new context. The keywords is use, implement, carry out. So they will apply what they know about climate and data to create a graph. Next is the activity 4. Student use spreadsheet software to compare populations growth and highlight trends. So this is under the level in analyzing because it involves examining knowledge, a relationship, rather, and breaking down information to find patterns. So the keyword is analyze, differentiate, and organize. So next, last but not the least, the activity number 5. So the student write a review of an article and explain their opinion. So it is under level in evaluating because the student is judging content and supporting their opinion with reasons. So here the key verbs that we use in this level is the evaluate, justify, critique, defend. So they are assessing the article based on criteria. That's all. Thank you.
So here in activity 6, students design a multimedia presentation proposing a solution to plastic waste. So level creating. So the students are synthesizing information and producing an original product. So keyword verbs design, construct, create, produce. This is the highest order thinking task. Number 3 is the comparison of two activities and based on cognitive demand. So comparing activity 1, remembering, and activity 6, creating. So in activity 1, it requires students to recall basic information like vocabulary, which is low-level cognitive task. So it doesn't require understanding or applying, just memory. So in activity 6, ask students to create something new, a multimedia solution, which involves synthesizing and designing a high-level cognitive task. So the difference of the activity 1 focuses on rote memorization, while activity 6 engage students in innovation, problem solving, and original thinking. The cognitive demand in activity 6 is significantly higher. So that's it. Thank you and God bless.
So the number 3 questions is comparison of two activities based on cognitive demand. So I choose to compare the activity 1, which is remembering, the activity 6, which is the creating. Activity 1 requires the students to recall basic informations like vocabulary, which is a low-level cognitive task. It does not require understanding or applying. It is just a memory. So, in the activity 6, ask students to create something new or a multimedia solutions, which involves synthesizing, evaluating, and designing, which is a high-level cognitive task. So the difference between the activity 1 and the activity 6 is activity 1 is focuses on rote memorizations, while activity 6 is engage students in innovations, problem solvings, and original thinking. The cognitive demand in activity 6 is significantly higher. So that is the differences between the activity 1 and activity 6 that based on cognitive demand. Thank you.